Hi, today we're going over section 6.1, solving quadratic equations using the square root property and completing the square. In this video, we'll go over the process of how to complete the square algebraically, and we'll do problem number 11. Last video, we saw the algebra tiles, and now we can take that idea and put it into this 5-step process of how to solve completing the square. Let's go to it. Look at problem 11. In problem number 9, we had x squared plus 8x plus 12 equals 0. First, we have to complete the square. So we're taking general form and changing it to vertex form. Remember to do that. We take half of b, which would be 4, and you keep that same sign, whatever sign you have there. So x plus 4, quantity squared. And then I have this plus 12. In here, I have x squared plus 8x plus 16. So I have these 4 extras. How can I think about that? There's a couple of ways you can think through that. So x plus 4 quantity squared would give me an extra plus 16. So right beside it, I can just subtract that 16. And then I have the plus 12. If I wanted to do that, then you can see that this would be x plus 4 quantity squared minus 4. And that's what we saw on problem 9. Another way to do that would be when you start the problem. First, you move c over. So x squared plus 8x equals negative 12. Then you complete the square by taking half of b, so x plus 4 quantity squared. Then you square this number 16 and you add it to the other side. You always add it because in this form, this will always be plus this number squared. Hopefully that was helpful to see that in the algebra tiles. So now, how do we do it just algebraically without looking at the pictures? Move C to the other side. Take half of B, square that number and add it to the other side. Then I see that x plus 4 quantity squared equals 4, and now I can solve using the square root property. So here I take the square root of both sides, don't forget plus or minus, and I see that x plus 4 equals plus or minus 2. Then I can subtract the 4. So negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, and negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. And there are your two values that make this statement true. Now let's look at problem number 6. So if I were to see this problem, x squared plus 6x plus 9, the first thing I would do is subtract the 9 to the other side. Then you can take this format and complete the square. So x plus 3, quantity squared. Now, what am I doing here? I'm always tacking on that plus 9. So I need to make sure to add 9 to the other side. And this will be x plus 3, quantity squared equals 0. And then I can take the square root of both sides using that square root property to solve. Don't forget plus or minus, but square root of 0 is just 0, so we don't need to worry about that. And we see that x plus 3 equals 0, so x equals negative 3, and we've solved. Now let's look at the one from problem number 8. Same idea, you want x squared minus 6x on one side, and then the negative 10 on the other. X squared minus 6x. When you complete the square, that would be x minus 3 quantity squared. Now remember, right here in this format, this says x squared minus 6x plus 9, which means I need to add 9 to the other side. So x minus 3 quantity squared equals negative 1. Now I can take the square root of both sides and x minus 3 equals plus or minus I, so x equals 3 plus or minus I. And there you go. I hope you have enjoyed learning more about how to use the square root property and completing the square. See you next time.